Oh, I actually have to test it.
And we are now live on stream. Welcome everyone.
Woo! What is happening, everybody?
Hey everyone, welcome to the HDNMarathon, 4th marathon of 2019. I'm your interviewer with and host zfresh with Dabom. We're streaming here, and Endeavor, who will be our next runner coming up. How do you guys feel about? How do you guys feel about yearly long marathon, which has been a long trip after the victory marathon? I'm kind of ad-libbing this as I go.
And along with zfresh question, how are you guys feeling about our opening game? Certainly a gem to look forward to.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I guarantee it is a gem to look forward to.
Okay, so I should actually get into the question time. You guys can submit some questions in via Twitter. I did say that on the HDN Marathon Twitter a couple times. If you guys want to actually put a question to ask either Dabom or me or Endeavor, you guys, we do have a lot of time till we get to a point. Dabom could stop me anytime when we feel like we actually have to get ready. So the first thing first is, guys, welcome. So there were a little bit of things that wouldn't be going off. Thanks for coming. Welcome to this. We also do have some giveaway prizes, which I kind of wanted to change up a little bit for this marathon. So I'm trying to go up real quick. I forgot what was the amount per to enter the raffle again. What was the per raffle we did last year, Dabom?
Something like 1,000 points.
Okay, so every 1,000 points you guys donate to any of the incentives in general, even if it's the war, you'll be entered to the raffle of some prizes that we do. So some prizes can be the if you guys seen Anime Expo bags, those bags you'll get from with Ideal Factory X Joystar with a Steam code, which will be sent to you. You get 2 of those. Not 2 of those, but one prize for each person, man. Come on. So, and I sound like fucking sent from GDP for no reason. So there's also the wall scroll from last year, which we couldn't give to, but the person that won it was getting a different prize. So we do have the wall scroll for 4 goddesses, which was the Nepgear and Uni. You can get that one. I do have another prize. It's probably another wall scroll, which is probably I'm thinking about which one I give really. So I'll reveal that more later on into the marathon when we get to more of the later portion. So, but right now 1,000 points is per raffle to enter in. I did also mention this in talks about it, so I'm trying to go as quick as possible. Originally, I thought about 1 million for 1 million points. We'll throw in a customized made by me Getherburn as a giveaway. But I'm gonna up the challenge if you guys can make probably 2 million points total. So, and then we'll add that as a giveaway raffle, pre-made by me. It will be sent to you, all expense. Yeah. So the only person that probably has one of the Getherburns is probably the bomb, which I gave to him in Anime Expo. So if you guys can meet 2 million points total overall, it doesn't make a difference. One of the people will win the Getherburn out of that many points. Okay, so anyways.
And I have a surprise too. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I will also give away a wall scroll. But for specifically for mine, I'm sadly going to have to restrict it to just drawing names until we get someone that's within the continental U.S. because last year we had a problem where I sent it to someone overseas and they couldn't have it, and it took 10 months to return to me. So pics will come later, but it's a decently lewd Nepgear Neptune wall scroll.
So for me to jump into him, if you get picked as an international user, I do have a little bit of a benefit for you. Big any pick still, so we'll go into that more later on anyway. So, but anyways, like I said, the Getherburn is rigged, as Hexie says. So, yeah. meet that one because I feel like Million will be easy to get based on the current compared to like last year's. So you got to get Herburn from that. So there's gonna be. I'll mention more prizes later on. I did mention, like I said, the 2 bags with 2 Steam codes in there, which you and the one wall scroll. There's gonna be another wall scroll. Endeavor has his wall scroll. You have to get Herburn as a possibility later on, but I'll put more later on. So there might be also Ideal Factory merchandise, which I will just purchase and send to you instead, like I did last year. So that's also a part of a thing. So I will specifically tell you which prizes you can pick. You're not technically going to request a limited edition, Death End request, or Super Net. Get your own pudding. Okay, so but anyways, that's pretty much the giveaways. So we still have like a little bit of time. For me to go straight into the questions, how do you guys feel about this marathon and its runners? It's for both of you anyway.
We've got a decent lineup of runners this year, at least. Like, we keep getting new runners, and unfortunately we've had to have a couple of dropouts, but we're still having a fair few fresh faces or people that have only done 1 or 2 runs at most. So we just keep diversifying the runner pool, and that's always a good thing for this kind of marathon, since otherwise it could easily get very stale.
It's always nice to have a change of runners every now and then, even if the core runners are the same. Having a bunch of new guys like coming by to show off their skills keeps it fresh, like the bomb said. And plus, we managed to somehow always find a different category or a few different categories every marathon as well, like our opening game and Cybernet PC.
Oh god, we don't talk about that. Alright, now we're... Alright, so another question is also for you, chat. And also, we're going to be directing this still to the bomb and Endeavor and me, especially. What are you guys looking forward to this marathon and the games listed so far? Me personally, I can't wait for the Mega Dimension V2, which is a relay of... Well, some have to drop off, but it has usually different runners. So you have 3 of the same category, New Game Plus and New Game, but 3 different endings. So, god damn it, he's going for it here. So, what do you guys think of your choice of game? The bomb?
Oh yeah, so for this year, we've obviously got the V2 relay, which, thanks to Endeavor for setting that up, that's going to be a hell of a lot of fun, but also looking forward to the Death End showings, although obviously that's a little biased since I'm involved in them, but then runs that aren't by me, we've got Super Nip making its... I think it's its debut, or at least close. We may have had 1 minor showing of it before, but we got 2 runs of that. 2 runs of Rebirth 1. But yeah, overall I would say that I'm looking forward to SuperNet Flat the most.
I'm actually... One of the other games that was also Death End Request is actually one of the most look forward to, especially the incentive for the difficulty change. Especially the bomb and Japanese runner. How do you say his name again?
Yeah, it's something like Asagi Suisen, but I don't know the actual pronunciation, and that's just how you spell it.
Yeah, they have tore the current records for that, and compared to when I first originally started the Death End Request, they found more different tricks, and the whole loops to most of the things you can do in there. So it's a good thing to look forward to for that one. But before I keep on interfering, Endeavor, what do you think?
Before I answer that, just going off what you said, just thinking about how much the game went from day 1 of English release to just even a month later, it's crazy. Not much has changed since the first or second month. We still get some improvements here and there, but it was basically those first 2 months, probably one of the quickest improvements in any video game I've ever seen. The runs I am looking forward to, I'm going to cheat a little bit and say just all the races are really good, and possible races as well. V2 are Conquest, used to be the good end, New Game Plus, V2. Just any of the races, they're all looking good to me this year. The run I am looking forward to doing the most is the one I'm feeling the most competent on. Is probably the Victory new game with DLC.
I'm surprised one of our incentives already got that, so we're gonna actually be watching the hot spring scenes in Super Net RPG, and we've only been like what 30 minutes in this right now. So there's also the incentives like we're going through right now. English and Japanese will be ongoing throughout the whole run. So I think it's 100-point difference. So you actually have to bob it by 100 total points before it actually changes. So for the first run, probably it's Japanese right now, I believe. The current Warfare Dead language. So you guys still have multiple choices to pick out of that. There's many extra incentives that were added, even if it's just meme. So its name incentives also are there, so you guys can make sure to pick those, especially for the Hyperdimension Neptunia Vanilla Run, which is at the very end, and then the Hyperdimension Producing Perfection, which you can name the teams and the name the producer. So FYI on those anyway. I'm actually gonna thank every one of you guys, especially staff and people that contribute a lot to this marathon, especially the time. It's I really did not think that it would keep going for 2 straight years, even though the first original thought about doing Hyperdimension Neptunia as a marathon was one runner doing all the games and beating it all. And that was like the most unlikely scenario to ever see anyone actually do that. It's possible, but I've thought about it because I've thought about Endeavor's Hyperdimension Victory runs that he's been doing, and I can't really come close to that, especially also MK2. And shoutouts that we don't have MK2, rip. Someone submit Conquest MK2, you got this. So far, we do have a lot of interview segments coming up. Anyways, like I said, you guys can send in your questions through the Twitter. You might get something out of it if you actually tell proper questions. So yeah, there's one question that was submitted earlier, but I guess I can point it out. I kind of know who probably sent it. So this is mainly for everyone in general. What do you think the plot of the next mainline Neptunia game will be? So, for my opinion, it's going to be mostly involving probably streaming related things. So, I expect those type of characters to come out, especially how you have the new consoles coming out. And can imagine the suppose Xbox handheld that kind of was announced. I'm not sure, might happen. So, whoever's a Vert lover and boob lover, can you imagine? What do you guys think?
No, Nico. I guess I'll go first. I'm going to give a boring answer. It's really going to be hard to tell what the next plot is because idea factor is kind of really unpredictable. What I would like to see is everyone in the hyper dimension remembering the other characters that they met in the other dimensions and doing some kind of plot with that. Let's bring Cludia, Pishi, heck, I mean, even the children that are the other versions of the IF and Compa, do some shenanigans with their hyperdimension version. They can do something with that. They probably won't. The next game probably won't even feature the Shaws. But that's my hope, is just remember all these characters exist and stop excluding all your new characters in the next game.
No, they'll come out as DLC for Rebirth 1. Don't worry about it.
They are, I know.
Next DLC will be the Shaws, guys. Don't worry, you download that by now.
Yep.
What do you think, the bomb?
Oh god, this is a loaded one, isn't it? Well, I think zfresh is probably onto something with the whole streaming thing, considering... Although, maybe slightly less influential in Japan, but still pretty big. And then...
don't they have the Nico service too? So
yeah, I mean,
thing?
they've had Nico for ages now. I'm not sure how prominent it is. I'm pretty still prominent. But Nico itself has been around a long, long time. As for Anami points out there's a good thing of what they're going to do with the Switch. If they're going to do anything at all with the Switch, because it would be very
I think
weird.
Fusion's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's gonna be
fusion
Fusion.
between Blum and Ran somehow.
Oh no.
See, now there's a Switch and a Switch Lite. They can do Blonde with the Switch and the ROM and RAM with the Switch Lite. VR is a lot more of a thing now than it was when Victory and Rebirth 3 were a thing, so maybe they can implement more VR storyline or some crap.
Even more VR, oh god.
If they make VR sections, like the only way to see the other Dimensions characters, like that's not the real versions of them, I want to have Sega Hardware flashbacks and then cry.
Is ZFresh really going to win every single naming war? Is this really going to be a thing?
It's been a thing since MK2. Thank God. It's gonna
No
go
one
on.
wants no one wants my name except Nico. I should feel happy about that, but I'm also kind of crushed off.
FYI, the teams are also going to be different anyways for each CPU route, so you get to rename the team. So it'll be like first, second, third, because you have to rename the team anyway.
Alright,
So-
Nico, you know what to do, but don't do it.
But the producer name will be the same thing because it's the same round. But I guess we should be getting ready to do the setup for Endeavor and Endeavor's run for Switch. After that, it will be Death End Request Easy PS4 version with the bomb and Endeavor. Hopefully, you guys are actually excited for that. So we'll get ready for that setup. You guys, like I said, we have more interviews later. And I will see you guys for my block of the restream, and that's probably the late night crew for me. So we'll pass it on to Endeavor and his run. So catch you guys later.
Alright, so we're going to mute the voices on stream again and we will be right back.
I didn't want to drop.
Okay, we are ready for the first run, so we'll hand it over to Endeavor's audio in just a few seconds, and we will get ready for Advent Type Force Switch, so make sure you've got your bets in.